In the top stories, St. Kitts and Nevis records 3 more positive COVID-19 cases, bringing the total to 78. Body found in Nevis identified. And Team Unity celebrates anniversary with church service. The details to these stories and more after the break.
In your formative years, we were there. When you got the good news and the bad, we were right there with you. Through all your great adventures, we were always right by your side. Now that life has thrown us a curveball, we are still here. And as we navigate this difficult period, the SKCCU will continue to be there for you and your family to help you through. We will assist you in safely and efficiently accessing your funds through our digital platforms, online banking, mobile banking, ATMs, and even our drive-through services. We can get through this together with responsible financial decisions by making food and medication a priority, practicing proper hygiene, maintaining social distancing, and constant prayer.
We're here for you. We're still here. We will get through this together.
SKCCU will continue to be your financial partner for life.
Hey, man, I just can't believe that.
Yo, sweet boy, what you really crying for?
Why you see me crying, boy? My man crying. I just see her thinking about that girl. I think she cheating on me, you know.
You lie.
Boy, for real. A couple of weeks ago, right? She come telling me how I'm too sweet and that I just make she belly roll and I got her thighs rubbing. What is that?
No, man.
But yes. Look, she tell me, right, that we need some time apart. To be honest, I wasn't too concerned about that because you know how the girls and them, they're addicted to me sweetness. But then I see she the other day and the girl looking so good, looking so fresh and so lean.
Boy, you sure she addicted to you?
But yes. But wait. Look at her. Come. Hide. Boy, come hide now. Oh, I can't believe. But is that what going on? Really? Why you got to say for yourself?
Drink some water, share some love. Tell your body you're sweet enough. Drink some water, share some love. Tell somebody you're sweet enough. Drink some water, share some love. Tell your body you're sweet enough. Drink some water, share some love. Tell somebody, hey.
Trustworthy, secure, reliable and responsive. These are just some of the words customers use to describe their experience with the Bank of Nevis Limited. And after 35 years of delivering excellent customer service and honoring our corporate social responsibilities in the island of Nevis, we are finally in St. Kitts. Come and experience why we're not just another option. We are the standard. Bond strong.
Use Biocare Lab Strong Ends products to supercharge your hair with deep lasting hydration from nature's most amazing moisturizers, raw moisturizing honey, and conditioning shea butter. These ingredients pull moisture from the hair to boost, strengthen, and restore the oldest and weakest parts of your hair, your ends, helping to keep them stronger. Wow, beautiful hair. Strong Ends. Dry, damaged, breaking hair, and no hair growth? Strong ends? Whoa! I'm not cutting this hair for anything. Weak, thinning edges due to weaves and braids. Strong ends, longer and free of split ends. Get supercharged from roots to end with Biocare Lab's Strong Ends Honey and Shea Butter Infused Relaxer and Hair Growth Product. Available retail at CNC Superfoods on the Bay Road and wholesale at CNC Trading on the CAP Southville Industrial Park. Telephone 465-4081.
Are you looking for today's best architectural designs, appraisals, estimates, or even project management? Then look no further than Trevor Freights and Associates. Our designs are amazing. You'll be so satisfied with your work, you will tell others all about us. Visit trevorfreights.com today. Located at New Road on St. Kitts, with over 20 years in the industry, we strive to provide the utmost superior quality of service to all our valued customers. Call our expert staff at 465-8184 or 662-5184 and see what we can do for you. That's Trevor, FRAITES.com. You decide, we design.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Major Newscast. I'm Jason Davis. Following Chief Medical Officer Dr. Hazel Laws's announcement on Thursday afternoon of one additional positive COVID-19 case, St. Kitts and Nevis has recorded 3 more cases, bringing the national total to 78. According to a statement from the Office of the Chief Medical Officer, these new cases are nationals and are in isolation at a COVID-19 certified facility. These cases bring the total number of COVID-19 confirmed cases to 78, with 64 cases for St. Kitts and 14 cases for Nevis. 51 cases have fully recovered with 0 deaths, and there are now 27 active cases. These patients are stable and are being monitored. The police have released more information about the death of a man in Bath Plain following a report received sometime before 2 p.m. on Thursday. According to a statement, officers responded to an apartment where 52-year-old James Edward Shuford Jr. resided. They found his lifeless body hanging in a doorway inside the building. Shuford, who is a national of the United States of America, was pronounced dead on the scene by the district medical officer. Personnel from the crime scene unit visited and processed the scene. An autopsy has been scheduled to determine the exact cause of death. Persons with information about this incident are asked to contact the Charlestown Police Station by dialing 469-5391 or the crime hotline at 707. Investigations into the matter are ongoing. In other news, Cabinet will observe the first anniversary of the Team Unity Coalition's 2020 general elections victory by worshipping at the Wesley Methodist Church at Seaton Street in Basse-Terre on Sunday. The Team Unity Coalition of the People's Labour Party, People's Action Movement, and the Nevis-based Concerned Citizens Movement recorded its second victory in the June 5, 2020 elections, winning 9 of the 11 contested parliamentary seats. According to information out of government headquarters, the Team Unity government will use Sunday's service to demonstrate its thanks and appreciation to the people for their show of confidence, and will also seek to invoke God's grace and mercies on the Federation, particularly at this time when St. Kitts and Nevis is forced to deal with the fallout of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. All COVID-19 safety protocols will be in place and enforced at Sunday's service. The service will be carried live on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM, ZIZ TV Channel 5, and online at www.zizonline.com, as well as the Facebook and YouTube platforms of the St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service and ZIZ. After the break, Minister Richards makes a donation to Urban Development Corporation, and Prime Minister Harris highlights increase in fish catches for 2021. Stay with us.
Want to get away? Now you can.
Stop standing in long ATM lines to withdraw cash. Use your national debit or black cards to complete a wide variety of transactions at supermarkets, variety stores, gas stations, pharmacies, and more. Shop online at the most popular websites and stores for quality brands using your national debit or black cards. And take back your time to enjoy all the things that you love to do. Remember, instead of waiting in long ATM lines to withdraw cash, use your National Bank cards today.
National Bank, always here.
Here are your Horsford's Value Mart IGA Value Club Blue Tag specials from June 3rd through 16th. Essential Everyday Mayonnaise, $9.99. IGA Squeeze Ketchup, $3.99. IGA or Essential Everyday Cream Cheese, $5.49. IGA Single Roll Paper Towel, $4.99. Captain Crunch Cereals, $8.99. Red Baron Pizza, $23.99 each. And now our very low weekly value deals. Langer's Juices are just $6.99. Dial Soap 3-pack, $8.99 each. Ensure and Boost Nutritional Drink, $7.49. IGA Instant Oatmeal, $6.99. Mueller's Pastas, $4.99. Betty Crocker Cake Mix, just $5.99 each. Shop smart, shop Value Mart. Sea listo y haga sus compras aquí a Value Mart.
Flow Broadband and TV is packed with even more value as you get a free Samsung tablet, free installation, and 50% off your bill for 3 months when you sign up now. Yes, a free Samsung tablet. Power all you do at home with up to 100 megabits per second super fast broadband. Plus, stay HD entertained with Flow TV. Stream, share, and do more on your new free tablet, which will also keep you connected on the go with ease. Sign up at a Flow store today. Conditions apply.
The St. Kitts and Nevis Chamber of Industry and Commerce would like to remind persons when patronizing businesses to abide by the following COVID-19 guidelines to protect employees, customers, and our community. Urge employers to check employees and customers with a non-contact head thermometer on arrival to a business place. It's mandatory that employees wear a face mask when at work and in the presence of others. No customers will be permitted to enter an establishment without a face mask. Encourage both employees and customers to wash their hands with soap and water or sanitize their hands with an alcohol-based hand sanitizer of at least 60% alcohol when entering a building, after interacting with customers, and throughout the day. Remember to maintain 6 feet physical and social distancing. Consider installing barriers such as sneeze guards or partitions in high traffic areas to limit close contact between employees and customers. Clean and disinfect highly touched surfaces such as doorknobs, telephones, cash registers, bathrooms, tables, and countertops regularly throughout the day. Offer e-commerce services or curbside pickup options wherever possible. Encourage good hygiene practices among staff and customers by posting signs and posters in the business place. For more information and tips to consider, visit www.covid19.gov.kn.
Welcome back. On Friday, the Facilities Division at the Urban Development Corporation, or UDC, received several pieces of equipment in a handing over ceremony at Port Zante to assist them with the execution of their jobs. The donation was personally made by the Minister of Urban Development, the Honorable Sean Richards, after he was made aware of the needs of the division. He said the donation will not only boost the productivity of the staff, but also their performance.
Employees are the greatest assets a company can have, even more so when the employees are fully resourced to execute their jobs effectively and efficiently. This not only augments staff, team and company productivity, but it also boosts employee satisfaction and by extension moral motivation, and the performance of what scholars call organizational citizenship behaviors.
The equipment, valued at more than $2,000, includes respirators, shovels, personal protective equipment, and shears. Minister Richards said he will make a similar donation to other departments within the UDC, including the Security Department. Chairman of the board for UDC, Stephen Duggins, thanked the minister for the equipment and for future donations.
I want to say a special thanks for recognizing the need not only of the maintenance or the facility staff, but the other departments, which you probably deliver every month for the next 6 months or next 3 months. All right, so we can look forward for other things within the other departments. So once again, thank you for providing these useful tools to ensuring that the staff can do their job effectively and efficiently.
Facilities manager at Port Zante, Christopher Roberts, also thanked Minister Richards for the donation and assured the minister that the equipment will be put to good use. Prime Minister Dr. the Honorable Timothy Harris has revealed that St. Kitts recorded an increase in fish production by 87% in the first quarter of 2021 in comparison to last year. Dr. Harris made the announcement on Thursday when he hosted his monthly press conference at the National Emergency Management Agency conference room. He said more than 270,000 pounds of fish landings were recorded.
Overall, fish landings over the period January to April 2021 totaled 275,000 pounds, with a value of just over $3 million. This represents an 87% increase from the prior year, 2020, when fish landings were just under 150,000 pounds for those 4 months of the year, and with a value of $1.2 million. For this year then, for the first 4 months, we are recording a near threefold increase in the dollar value of fish landed here.
The Prime Minister also spoke about a 70% increase in coastal pelagic such as gar, ballyhoo and jack.
Year on year, January to April, the comparative period, 2020 versus 2021, reef and demersal fishery increased by 97%. Coastal pelagic fishery increased by 70%. Ocean pelagic fishery decreased by 7%. Conch fishery increased by 26%.
He said it was important to note that there has been a significant increase in the number of registered fishers. The Prime Minister said the registration of fishers stood at, quote, an all-time high of 1,277 at the end of April of this year, up 102 fishers over April of 2020, end quote. Prime Minister Harris added that these figures represent a fisheries sector on the rise due in part to the government stimulus packages which assisted fishers with fishing gear, including fish pot wires, fish aggregate devices, and many other supplies. End quote. As COVID-19 has seriously impacted the travel and tourism sectors globally, officials within the Ministry of Tourism in St. Kitts are encouraging locals to see the islands as vacation destinations. That's according to Kenny Manning, Sustainable Tourism Coordinator. During his appearance on Working For You on Wednesday, he discussed the purpose of sustainable tourism, especially in relation to COVID-19 recovery.
Live where you vacation.
A popular saying used by locals, I live where you vacation, and noted that locals need to see the island as a vacation destination.
I live where you vacation, and I don't think enough of us really embrace that, because I had a conversation with a person and they're not aware of the rich history that we have right here, and all the many of the things that we do when we travel. You can do it right here, but again, sometimes we don't value what we have as something we don't really have a chance to really look at what we have, because we very commercial as we see the stuff going on in the US and that, that everyone wants to try something out there, but we have it right here.
Mr. Manning said the Ministry of Tourism is also working to ensure that beaches are flawless as locals enjoy visiting these areas for recreational purposes and to exercise.
Right now, the nation is working on a beach rehabilitation project at Frigate Bay, as well as upgrades to the strip. So right now we're looking at refurbishing the beach, have stand up groins and breakwaters to keep the sand in as well as for our safety. And even with these groins and water breaks, you actually promoting life within the area in terms of fishing and other marine life. Right now the nation is working on a beach rehabilitation.
Development Council serves as an advisory council for the Ministry of Tourism to increase opportunities for locals and tourists to act as destination stewards. In other news, 16 Calypsonians on Nevis have registered to compete against the reigning senior CAISO king Hollywood for the Culturama 47 crown. According to Executive Director of the Nevis Culturama Secretariat and Chairman of the Nevis Culturama Committee, Antonio Abonati Liberd, this year's contenders are a mix of seasoned performers and some younger talent, including the son of the reigning monarch. The CAISonians entering the competition this year are King Astro, King Disandat, Baker, Badman Polo, Pupa Wheeler, Nutsy, Enforcer, Mighty Wingy, Suki, King Erwin, Mighty Cairo, The Undertaker, Lady Destiny, Baha'u'llah the Meek, Kido, and Kido. He said the Calypsonians began rehearsals with the All-Star Calypso Band on Saturday, May 29 at the Nevis Cultural Complex. The All-Star Calypso Band will be led by Nigel Numpy Williams of St. Kitts, and this year will include some additional players from St. Kitts, including Wingrove Hicks on trumpet, Alex Condell on saxophone, and Aaron Roberts on trombone. 3 Calypso tents have been scheduled for June 19, June 26, and July 3 at the David Freeman Center of Excellence. The tents will be streamed online free of cost on the Nevis Culturama Festival social media platforms. Coming up in regional news, Caribbean region in line for U.S. vaccines. The details when we return.
Daddy! Daddy! What?
Come to Horsford's this Father's Day weekend, June 16th to Saturday 19th for their Big Daddy 4-day weekend sale. 25% off store-wide. Don't miss it.
Daddy! So what? We love you, Daddy!
If it's tech, we got it. If it's an appliance, we've got that too. Dad, if you want it, you should get it this Father's Day at Quartz. Quartz has unbeatable prices, up to 30% off selected products. So whatever you want, you should get it. Only at Quartz, bringing value home.
Regionally, the Caribbean is among the regions to benefit from large COVID-19 vaccine donations announced by the United States this week. Caribbean News Center has this report.
United States Vice President Kamala Harris said Thursday she spoke on the vaccine donation matter with Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley of Trinidad and Tobago, who is the current chairman of the Caribbean community. The U.S. last month announced it would share a big part of its COVID-19 vaccine stockpile with other parts of the world to enhance the global fight against the virus. On Thursday, it said the first batch of 25 million would be made available, with about 6 million doses going directly to South and Central America and the Caribbean. The administration promised a breakdown of the distribution in the coming days. Prime Minister Rowley had written twice to U.S. President Joe Biden in March, pushing for the Caribbean's inclusion in the U.S. vaccine donation plans. He reminded Mr. Biden that the Caribbean is often referred to as the U.S.'s third border, and that as neighboring countries with high levels of travel, it is important to limit transmission of the virus. In an early reaction, Jamaica's Prime Minister, Mr. Andrew Holness, welcomed the news and the fact that the Caribbean will be among the first to benefit, saying the U.S. donation gives greater certainty of a more even global recovery.
Still on the regional scene, with vaccine hesitancy continuing to plague most countries in the Caribbean, Antigua and Barbuda has introduced a land raffle to woo those still reluctant nationals. Here's ABS's Ursel Charles Jr.
The incentives to take the COVID-19 vaccine continue to roll in. Cabinet has declared its newest form of encouragement.
The Cabinet has approved the allocation of a parcel of land of approximately 8,000 square feet. And starting on Monday the 7th of June, everyone who has come forward for either their first or their second vaccine would be eligible to participate in a raffle of that parcel of land. This would complement a few other incentives that the Ministry of Health has in its quiver.
Cabinet had last week announced the apportioning of land in the Judges Hill area for subsequent sale at a yet-to-be agreed-upon price. Minister Nicholas clarifies the offer applies to those taking either first or second dose and will exclude members of Parliament. Government has in the past partnered with several private sector entities to provide motivation for residents to be vaccinated. The approach to incentivize the vaccination program is not new to Antigua Barbuda, as several other Caribbean territories and the United States of America have offered incentives to include food, paid time off work, raffle tickets, and scholarships in order to ramp up support for inoculation. For ABS News, I'm Ursel Charles Jr.
Coming up, the U.S. plans to share COVID vaccines with COVAX facility. International news is next.
Imagine having the luxury of putting all your trust in one insurance company and being able to enjoy life to the fullest without having to worry. Well, don't imagine. National Caribbean Insurance is here to take care of all your insurance needs. Insure your life, vehicle, boat, home, belongings, and your future. At NCI, we make it our business to ensure that you enjoy every stage in life. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
It's time to scratch and match with Digicel. Collect scratch cards when you top up $20 or more at any Digicel reseller or store, or pay your phone or home and internet bill in full. Scratch and match. Get 2 or more of the same digital app and you win a prize. It's that simple. Win cash, credit, vouchers, lunches, spa dates, Digicel merchandise, and more. Plus, take the top half of your scratch cards to any of our retail stores to qualify for even more prizes in the big draw. Stay tuned to our social media pages to find out how to double or even triple your chances to scratch and match. Top up or pay your bill today. Get scratching, get matching. Digicel, better together.
Internationally, 3/4 of excess COVID-19 vaccines in the United States will be donated to the United Nations-backed global vaccine sharing program known as COVAX. President Joe Biden says millions of doses will be shared across countries in Latin America, Asia, and Africa. Al Jazeera's Alan Fisher has more from the White House.
With COVID cases at the lowest level in the US for more than a year, with more than 40% of the population fully vaccinated, the Biden administration is turning its attention to the wider world. Under a new plan just revealed, the US will send 25 million doses abroad straight away, with the intention to distribute at least 80 million doses by the end of the month.
Our goal in sharing our vaccines is in service of ending the pandemic globally. Our overarching aim is to get as many safe and effective vaccines to as many people as fast as possible. It's as simple as that. We want to save lives and thwart variants that place all of us at risk. But perhaps most important, this is just the right thing to do.
The first 25 million will be split between Central and South America, Asia and countries across the Middle East, including Gaza and the occupied West Bank. In a statement, President Joe Biden insisted the wider distribution was a national security issue, saying strong American leadership is essential to ending this pandemic now and to strengthening global health security for tomorrow to better prevent, detect and respond to the next threat. The US says it will still have control over where the vaccines will go, but is emphasising it's not looking for concessions or imposing conditions. It does, however, face a struggle to get vaccination rates in the US up. Many people are now reluctant to get the jab, and in some communities, vaccination rates are very low. That comes with a White House warning.
We have millions of Americans still in need of protection, and communities at risk because of low vaccination rates. Here's the bottom line. The bottom line is that if you are unvaccinated, you are still at risk of getting seriously ill or spreading the disease to others.
All of the initial 25 million doses will come from the federal stockpile, and all have been approved for use here in the United States. More doses will be made available as the stock increases. Alan Fisher, Al Jazeera, at the White House.
Belarus carriers will be banned from flying over European Union territory or having access to its airport, the bloc said, as part of broader sanctions against Minsk. This is a result of the forced landing of a Ryanair flight to arrest a dissident journalist. Reuters News has this report.
The European Union is banning Belarus Airlines from flying over EU territory or landing in any of its airports. That's according to 3 diplomats on Friday and comes as part of broader economic sanctions. All in retaliation for the Irish airline incident last month, when Belarus authorities forced the landing of a Ryanair flight carrying an opposition journalist, and the government's crackdown on protests following a contested election last year. The EU also strongly recommended that EU airlines avoid flying over Belarus, but it did not go as far as a legally binding ban. Around 400 civilian planes usually fly over Belarus every day. A slate of carriers have already announced they would stop flying over Belarus, including Lufthansa, SAS and Air France. Meanwhile, the detained journalist at the centre of the saga, Roman Protasevich, appeared on state television on Thursday. He tearfully confessed to his role in anti-government protests in an interview which the opposition said was made under duress. Protasevich admitted to plotting to topple President Alexander Lukashenko by organising riots and recanted earlier criticism of the veteran leader. Lukashenko's office did not immediately respond to comment on the accusations.
Up next in sport, Brazil to host 2022 World Cup qualifiers and Tokyo 2020 chief greenlights the Olympics. Stay tuned.
Imagine having the luxury of putting all your trust in one insurance company and being able to enjoy a life to the fullest without having to worry. Well, don't imagine. National Caribbean Insurance is here to take care of all your insurance needs. Insure your life, vehicle, boat, home, belongings, and your future. At NCI, we make it our business to ensure that you enjoy every stage in life. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
I took the vaccine because I want the in-person audience experience at Sugar Mass 50.
I took the vaccine because I want to be performing with all my peoples on Ultra Truck this year for Carnival.
I get vaccinated because I want to be on the road for Sugar Mass 50.
The reason I chose to be vaccinated because of my profession as an entertainer was to have a safer brighter carnival.
I am DJ Flames and I got vaccinated because I want Sugar Mass 50 to be greater than ever.
I took the vaccine because I miss entertaining thousands of people and I miss hosting my own events. See you at Sugar Mass 50. Boom.
Get vaccinated quickly to turn up Sugar Mass 50.
First up in sport, qualifying games for the Qatar 2022 World Cup are being played across South America, despite rising COVID-19 cases there. It was a last-minute choice of venue after the original co-hosting countries, Argentina and Colombia, were deemed unsafe. Al Jazeera's Daniel Schwimler reports from Buenos Aires.
International games in Latin America, both the World Cup qualifiers and the Copa America, will go ahead because the regional governing body CONMEBOL has decided they must.
What CONMEBOL doesn't want is that in the next World Cup, and next year in Qatar, European teams are too strong for them. So they think competitions must be played as they are scheduled.
This despite Argentina recording a daily average of 32,000 new COVID-19 cases. Colombia has seen wide-scale anti-government protests and has recorded nearly 90,000 deaths. So now, on June the 13th, Brazil will host the Copa America, but they've recorded nearly 470,000 deaths from the virus and hospitals are on the verge of collapse. So is it really the best option?
It's not the best, it's the only. And that's why the Copa America is being held in Brazil.
They have the stadiums after hosting the 2014 World Cup and the last Copa America in 2019. It's also a country with a president, Jair Bolsonaro, keen to hold the competition. He's always called the virus nothing worse than a little flu and says life should continue as normal.
There will only be a few Copa America games, so I don't know why people are against it, especially as we're still playing games in the Brazilian domestic championships and the Libertadores Cup.
The games will be played in empty stadiums, but several players and managers have already expressed their concerns.
Surely the situation in Brazil is the same or worse than it is here, which makes the decision to play there difficult to understand. This doesn't mean, however, that we won't go and play our best.
But first, the focus is on the World Cup and the resumption of qualifying games. Each country plays 2 matches before the Copa America kicks off. Brazil and Argentina, as they often do, sit at the top of the table, while Venezuela, Peru and Bolivia occupy their customary places at the bottom. Football in South America is more than just a distraction, an idle leisure pursuit. It's wrapped up with politics and finance, and many would say life itself. So even while the coronavirus pandemic continues to wreak havoc across the continent, the game remains a fundamental part of the debate. Daniel Schwimler, Al Jazeera, Buenos Aires.
Around 10,000 volunteers for the Tokyo Olympics have resigned due to COVID-19 concerns. Organizers, however, insist the Games will push through. The Philippines' ANC has this report.
The head of Japan's Olympic Committee on Thursday ruled out canceling the Summer Games in Tokyo amid swirling doubts from medical and sports officials. Seiko Hashimoto confirmed in an interview published by Nikon Sports that Tokyo 2020 will go on as planned. She said, quote, "We cannot postpone again." although there will be restrictions in place. Athletes can expect to be regularly tested, and foreign spectators are barred from attending the events. It's yet to be decided if Japanese fans will be allowed into venues. Public opinion polls in Japan have consistently shown that a majority want the games cancelled or postponed for a second time. Japan is battling a fourth wave of infections just 2 months from the scheduled start of the games. 10 regions, including Tokyo, are under a state of emergency until near the end of this month. The country's vaccination rollout has also been slow, with only about 3% of the population inoculated. Japan's Asahi Shimbun newspaper also reported Thursday that Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga is likely to call a snap election after the Games, showing his resolve to push ahead with the event.
When we come back, we'll have another look at the stories that made the headlines. Stay tuned.
The Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. the Honourable Timothy Harris, wants to alert the public about fake Facebook and social media accounts that are circulating. These sites may look genuine, but they're not. These fake sites may use the Prime Minister's photo and name, but their only intention is to spread misinformation through false and scandalous information. Some of these pages are scams and will attempt to dupe you out of money. Do not trust them. You can find the real Prime Minister Harris on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram by searching for his official handle, which is @PMHarrisKN. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages that claim to be the Prime Minister's but do not have PM Harris KN right after the / are fake accounts. These should be reported to the respective social media sites. You can also report fake social media accounts to presssec@gov.kn. That's PRESSEC@gov.kn. Facebook has verified Prime Minister Harris's official page by placing a white check mark inside a blue circle next to the Prime Minister's name, Dr. the Honourable Timothy Harris. This blue circle appears just above @PMHarrisKN. Also, be alert. If the person claiming to be either the Prime Minister or another government official asks you for money through instant messenger, direct message, or any other means, this is a scam and not a real charity. This public service announcement was produced in order to help you be an informed social media user. Protect yourself and help spread the message.
We now wrap up with a recap of the top stories. St. Kitts Nevis records 3 more positive COVID-19 cases, total now at 78. Body found in Nevis identified, and Team Unity celebrates anniversary with church service. And that's it for the ZIZ Major Newscast. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jason Davis.